Well, hey there, life is good. Cheers. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma, and I want to do something a little different today. On the Supersize Your Business page, I usually talk about different business things, and for the last 335 days, I've looked at different idioms. Of course, an idiom is a word or a cluster of words that means something different than if the words were taken individually. It's kind of like synergy. The power of a team working together, a team of people working together, is much greater than the sum of what each of those individual people could do on their own is. I'm not sure I did a very good job explaining synergy, but if you've been in business any period of time and if you've worked with people, I think you understand the concept of synergy. To me, idioms are kind of like synergy. When you take those words together, they mean something different and usually a lot more powerful than each of the individual words if they were taken separately, the meaning of them. So, my question for you today is, what is your favorite idiom? I wanted to ask, what is your favorite business philosophy? What is your underlying thought about business? But everybody asks that. So I want to know, what is your favorite phrase or idiom, and how do you use that to grow and build and supersize your business? Maybe it's an idiom about teamwork or working together or projects running smoothly. You know, I'm talking about the meaning of the idioms, not the idiom themselves. Maybe it's something about that you use to motivate and to bring people together in your organization to accomplish goals, whatever it might be. We've covered 335 idioms, what they mean, where they came from, and how you could apply them to your business. I'm going to read a list of, I actually looked up a couple of lists because I was curious, what are the most commonly used English idioms? What are the most common ones that people use? Because if they're common, if they're the most common, I figured if they're the most common, that means people use them and understand them. And I was surprised to find that there were a couple on the list that I had never heard of and didn't really know the meaning of. For example, spade up. I'm like, in my circle of experience, have never heard the expression or the idiom spade up. So I had to look up what it meant. But that means we've had like 360 some idioms to choose from. And I got a book of 600, and there's thousands of them online. But I'm curious, what are the ones that come to your mind the most often? Or what is the one idiom that comes to your mind the most often? What is that? I'm just curious to find out from business people, what is your favorite or number one idiom? What is the one that you hear or use the most? So to give you a little more food for thought, besides the 300 and some that we've done already, I'm going to share the top 25 lists from a couple different sources online. And I'm just going to briefly run through these just to kind of stimulate your thinking and give you some ideas in case you want to use one of these. So what are some of these? A penny for your thoughts. Hold your horse or hold your horses. Back to the drawing board. Against the clock. Hit the spot. Spade up. No idea. I think it means to turn soil over to plant something, but to me it would mean, you know, get moving, let's get going. Be glad to see the back of. New kid on the block. A breath of fresh air. Chicken scratch. Call it a day on pins and needles at the drop of a hat. Lend an ear. Quiet as a mouse. Keep under wraps. Be dead to the world. I don't think any of us want our businesses to be dead to the world. Cut corners. I don't think we want to really cut corners. We might want to have some hacks and some shortcuts and some competitive advantages, but that doesn't necessarily mean cutting corners in a cheap or negative way. Southpaw. Bag of bones. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I know we talked about that one. Add insult to injury. The best of both worlds. I'm sure we've talked about that one. Face your demons. No love lost. Beat around the bush. I don't know about you, but I can't stand it when people beat around the bush. Best of both worlds. It appears on both these lists, so that tells me that's a biggie. I think especially in at least my experience, I always thought I had the best of both worlds where I lived. I grew up in a town that was a suburb of a big city, and so I always felt like I had the country. I lived in the country, but I was close to the city, so I felt like I had the best of both worlds. And with respect to working and having my own businesses on the side, I always felt like I had the best of both worlds. I felt like that I had the best of both worlds being a working mom, because I got to be a mom, but I also got to go out and work and contribute to the world. So best of both worlds is a pretty popular one. Bite off more than you can chew, blessing in disguise. Can't judge a book by its cover. Give the benefit of the doubt. in the heat of the moment, kill two birds with one stone. I like that one a lot. Let the cat out of the bag, miss the boat, once in a blue moon, take with a grain of salt, be up in the air, stab someone in the back. I don't think we like that one in our businesses. Lose your touch, or that one. Sit tight, face the music, rule of thumb, look like $1 million, get over something, crunch time. That's a popular one in my business life. Get out of hand, get out of your system, and hang in there. Those are just some more to give you an idea. I would love if you would share in the comments below your favorite idiom. Just pick one and share it so that I can kind of tally up and get a feel for what people like, what people are interested in. And if we haven't covered that, I will go ahead and cover that in one of our future days, just because it's fun. It's really fun, and I think it's beneficial for myself and for others to learn how we can open our minds and think differently about what things mean or what they could mean and how we could apply them and use them to grow and build the business of our dreams. So if I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, probably with a tally of what people's favorite idioms are. Have a great day.